Hello, welcome to my channel. If you're joining me for the first time, welcome to my space. This is a safe space. If you are a subscriber of mine, thank you so much for your support, and I'm so glad that you are here. And what we're going to do today is we're just going to do a few 2-3 card spreads, maybe a 1 card, whatever. So I think I'm going to use different decks. So for this spread that I'm getting ready to do, I'm going to use the Heart's Path Tarot. So it's already shuffled pretty good. I shuffle after I use them and put them up. So we are going to do strengths, weakness, and maybe some advice from your higher self. And that's what we're going to do. So the strength, let's see what the strength is. What is our strength? Our strengths, we are really good at juggling. We're good at juggling responsibilities. Our strength is good at juggling money, maybe juggling the household, maybe juggling finances, maybe juggling things going on at work, juggling things going on at home, juggling between work and home. And maybe you have health issues. Maybe it's juggling doctor appointments and things like that. There's so many things. So whatever is in your mind right now that you are having to juggle, you're doing a damn good job of it. A damn good job. So that is the strength. And what would be our weakness? Our weakness is the 6 of Pentacles. Probably to giving. You give too much of yourself. Maybe you give too much money. Maybe you give too much time. Maybe you give too much of your heart. You're a giver. And a lot of times givers get hurt. A lot of times givers get taken advantage of. So your weakness is that you are giving. You're giving too much. You're giving too much of yourself. And a lot of times when you give too much of yourself, you don't have the energy to take care of things for yourself, and you could start having some resentment build up. And if you have that type of personality where you give too much, you probably won't say anything, but you're having some resentment starting to build. It's like you give, and you never get anything in return, and it's probably eating away at you a little bit. So let's see what our advice would be for this. Let me get these. Try to get these straight. What is the advice? The advice would be the Hermit. So I would say take a break. You're juggling your things amazing. You're doing a great job doing that. But your weakness is, although you're juggling great, you're giving too much. You're giving too much of yourself. The Hermit wants you to take a break from it. She's turned around, she's shining her light, but she's looking back on the things where her weakness was, which was given too much of herself. So she's looking back at the past, but if you notice the snake, it's the snake skin she's transforming and shedding. So the advice would be is to work on that and to try to transform the way that you do things. Your strength is juggling. So I would say try to juggle between what you give and not to give too much of yourself or too much money or too much materialistic things, and to definitely look back and see at all the things that you have done where you are just exhausted from all the giving. And sometimes people take advantage. Most of the time they do. If you're a giver, most givers get taken advantage of and they're not appreciated. So look back on that path. It's behind you, and try to be like the snake and shed that skin where you're giving too much. It's okay to give, but you need to use your strong point here and balance it. The balance between the giving, because you're good at it. You're good at balancing, but I feel like it's people that you really, really care about that just is taking advantage. So that's what I have for that. So let's look. I'm going to get out another deck and find another spread. All right, the next spread is going to be the element spread, and we're going to be using Beyond the Garden Gate. And it's a 6-card spread. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6. And I will straighten them out where we can see them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Is it straight? I'm OCD about straight, and sometimes my camera's not straight or some just don't look right. Okay, let's start here. The present situation and the elements spread. The present situation. Okay, so we have the 3 of Wands. So we've made a plan and we are gonna make a move, or we're moving on it. We're moving on a plan here. So the present situation is we've got something going, we've got action going, and we are moving. The second card is the Air, influence of others. What's the influence of others on our action? How is others influencing us? The 10 of Pentacles. They're being like family. They're being very supportive. They're shining their lights for us. They're surrounding us. They are there for us. They are grounded down. They're in for the long haul. Yeah, because trees don't go, they stay. So they're in it to win it. They're in it for you. They are clapping for you, and they're in it. Number 3 is the water. What can I learn from this? What can you learn from this? The 5 of Wands, that you can grow. There may be a little bit of competition while you're on the move here with your action that you're doing, but when too many seeds are planted and they're all trying to grow in the same space, you have to practically push your way up and get up out of the ground to get to the sun. So maybe a little bit of competition, but you will learn that you can grow and that you can survive. And the next one we have is fire. What is your internal conflict about this? The Page of Cups. Your internal conflict. Maybe you feel like you're not emotionally ready for this project, even though it's started. You've had a little competition here. You do have your family standing behind you. Maybe you feel like you're going to let somebody down. Maybe you feel like you're not ready. Maybe you feel like you're not emotionally mature enough to take care of everything that needs to be taken care of, because this is a big thing. You've got your family standing by you. You've in competition here. Maybe you're doubting yourself. That is your internal conflict. Earth. The overall issues surrounding. What is the overall issues surrounding all of this? The Emperor. The Emperor. Maybe the overall issue is you've got somebody trying to take over, maybe. Is trying to take over the project that you were in competition with. Or maybe somebody that you were in competition with is trying to knock you out of the way so they can grow. It's definitely somebody older with probably more money and probably more structure, but that's not saying that you won't come out on top or that they're better than you are. I think it's somebody that definitely has more experience, because this is an old, very old ancient stump here. So the next one is Spirit for the last element. How things can be resolved or not. How can it be resolved, or can it be resolved? 7 of Cups. So I would say here with the 7 of Cups, you have some decisions to be made. Here we have different packets of seeds, and you have to know which seeds are planted at what time. So you're going to have to do some research, I would say, on how this can be resolved. So I would do some research on this project. I would do some research on my competition. I would do some research over this emperor, this older person that is probably making you feel like you're an apprentice, or like you're not qualified, when I feel like that you are. So I think it can be resolved by doing your research on what you need to do next. Because like I said, with the seeds, you have to know what year to plant them, or not what year, what time of the year to plant them. You have to know, do they need more sun? Do they need to be in the shadow? Do they need to be, what kind of soil they need to be planted in? All that kind of stuff. So research several different choices. You have many choices in this. So that is what I have for you on that. And take what resonates and leave what does not. This deck reads really well, by the way. Beyond the Garden Gate, love it. So yeah, let's try another one. Sisters, and you can just pick a crystal. This is our stone. This is a prophecy stone. That'll be a message for one. It's just going to be one card. Here is a crystal quartz for 2, and the witch's broom, black kyanite for 3. So a message from the ancestor that you need to hear. A message from an ancestor you need to hear. It will be 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, if you chose the prophecy, let me get them in order here, looking straight. Get over. Oh, that might help if I cut the light on, mightn't it? Sitting in the dark. Okay, if you chose the prophecy stone, a message from your ancestor that you might need to hear right now. Oh, the 5 of Swords. I think your ancestors are sending you a message that maybe this, whatever it is that's going on, maybe it's not worth it. Maybe it's better to sit this one out. I feel like they're trying to grab your hand holding the sword there. This is a no-win situation. So maybe sit this one out. Maybe let's not. How about that? Okay, so that's 1. If you chose the crystal quartz from your ancestor, what is the message we have here? The 4 of Swords. You have been in a battle. They see you. They recognize it. You have been in a battle and you are tired. I don't know what kind of battle it is. Maybe it's been a health battle. Maybe it's been chaotic. Maybe it's been drama at work with your family. Whatever it is. And maybe you're struggling with mental health issues, but you've been in a battle and you're so tired. You're so tired that you haven't even taken off your armor. Your ancestors want you to know that it's time to take a rest from it. Take a break. Maybe just take a day. If you can take a day and try not to be involved with any of the chaos. Just try to maybe Netflix and chill all day. Maybe you fix you something good that you like to eat, or order out if you've got the money, and just watch TV. Or if you can have access to a park, maybe just go to the park and rest, or just couch rot for a day. but take some rest. Your brain is overworked, your body, your mind, your spirit, you're tired. Number 3, if you chose the witch's broom or the black kyanite, the message from the ancestors is you either need to help someone, and if you do, you probably know who it is, and it may not be much. It could be money, it could be holding space, it could be taking them somewhere that they need to go if they don't have a way, or you could be on the receiving end. Maybe you don't like to ask for help, maybe you don't want to ask for help. They're telling you, they want you to know that it's okay. Everybody needs help sometimes, and it's nothing to be ashamed of. Yeah, we all need help sometimes. It takes more than a village at this point. So it's okay. It's okay to receive help. Maybe somebody's offering you help and you're turning it down. Your ancestors are wanting you to know that it's okay. It's okay to receive it. And that is what I have for you for that. Let's do another one. I'll come right back. Okay, for this one, we are going to use the shadows we cast. And we're going to do a 3-card spread. Take what resonates, leave what does not. Okay, let's see. I love the back of these cards. They're so pretty. Be patient with me. I have to feel like it's where it's supposed to be. All right, let's see. Let's move them over so you can see in the light. All right, what do we have here? The energy, the current state of my query, the current state that is going on right now. This is with the shadows we cast. So this is kind of like a bit of a shadowy spread. So the energy, what is the energy, the current state? The world. We've pulled this one earlier in the Yukika. The world. You know, you're standing in the dark and you're ready to start a new beginning in the light. You are wanting to go through that light. You want whatever is going on now, it's ended and you're ready to move on. You haven't went through the portal yet for your new beginning, but you're there. You're there. It's the current state. What is the advice? How can you best move forward? How can you best move forward through the portal? The Empress. The Empress, I feel like, is about self-love and self-care and nurturing yourself in this particular spread. That's the energy that I'm getting. So I feel like you need to love yourself enough to move on. Don't stay back in this dark, bleak place that's where the ending is already, it's ending. It's gone. You just need to try to, if you possibly can. I know sometimes there's situations where it's really hard to move on even after it's ending. It's ended. But again, we're going to the light here and we're going to the light here and we are in the dark. So the advice, how can I better move forward? To help yourself to move forward, nurture yourself. Love yourself. Give yourself grace. Give yourself grace. Love yourself enough to take that step. Okay. And we're good. I'm going to call this an advice. What is the advice here from our higher self here about this? The Hierophant. again, going through, they're all moving toward the light. So I feel like in this particular card, this is your higher self. This is you. You're the Hierophant. You don't have anyone standing in between you and you and the spirit, or you and the transcendence. It is you. It is your higher self. You have the door. You have the light. Again, the advice. We had 2 advices. Is to go through. And I'm going to do something a little crazy. I'm going to pull from a deck that probably won't match it, but it's okay. So, give us a clarifier on this advice on going through, because I know it's tough to go through. Oh, look at the backs of those. They do match. Look at that. We have a dark and we have a light star. Okay. This is a message from whatever you consider the spirit, God, the universe. So let's see what we have here. Take care of your needs first. And that was what I was talking about with the Empress card. Self-care, self-love, nurture. So maybe in the in-between, it's ended. You're having a hard time in this desolate place, moving forward toward the light. It's not very bright. And take care of yourself first. So nurture yourself. Gain the strength that you need. And then in the 3rd card is you as the Hierophant. You can be your own Hierophant. You don't need a guru or a teacher or a priest. This is you with your infinite knowledge, knowing what you need to do to go through the door for your totally new beginning, because the world is the end of the majors. And I just noticed we have 3 majors here, so that is really wild there. That rarely happens. So, yeah. Okay, we're going to do another spread from the Shadows We Cast, because I love shadow decks. Okay, so this is a shadow spread. Take what resonates as always, you know that, and leave what doesn't. So, number 1, we're going to have 5 cards. I'm going to get them out and then we'll read them. I feel like 1 should go there. 2. 3. 4. You'll hear me concentrating. 5. Okay. Maybe I need to pull out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. All right. Let's see what we have. A mask. What is a persona or a mask or a role that we play? That's not really us, of course, if it's a persona or a role or a mask. The High Priestess. So the High Priestess is very secretive and elusive and mysterious. So maybe we play a role that we're a tad bit more mysterious and secretive than we actually are. Yeah. Maybe we play that role. Maybe we're more open than we like to pretend. That's interesting for that one. What part of me or part of you, what part of us are we hiding? The Nine of Swords. We're hiding that we're scared. We're hiding that we're running. We're hiding that we are running scared. And we're putting on this mysterious persona. We're playing this mysterious role because we're scared to show who we truly are. Okay, this is starting to make too much sense. Okay. Why? Why are we hiding this part? Why? The Empress again. The Empress. We either didn't get that nurturing love that we needed growing up, or we are not giving ourselves the love and the self-nurturing, the self-love and the self-care that we need. And we're just kind of running rogue there. We're just kind of running wild. And the part that needs the love and the self-care is just kind of off here in the dark. And just telling us that we're hiding ourselves. We need to love ourselves enough to be who we really are. And to stop with the persona and the fakeness and the running from being afraid, to let it show who we really are. The next card, how can I work toward accepting myself as I am? Oh my God, y'all. Like, I literally really mixed the cards up again. So we have the Hierophant again. Okay, how can I work toward accepting that part of me? I feel like the Hierophant in these cards is our higher self. This is us. We don't need anyone to stand in the gap to reach the ultimate top, to reach God, Spirit, the universe, our higher selves. So to work toward it, we need to find that spiritual part of ourselves and go through the door. We need to work on ourselves. We need to do the self-love, the self-nurture, and prepare. And with the Hierophant, that's going to take a lot of work. Maybe it's going to take a lot of shadow work. Maybe buy a shadow journal. If you have these cards, use them. If you have any shadow cards, or you don't even need shadow cards, you can use any cards for shadow work. Google up shadow spreads and work on it. Do the training, do the learning yourself. You don't need anybody to open the door. What can help me reintegrate as who I really am? Oh, the lovely Queen of Pentacles. She's almost the sister of the Empress, I would say. She is the most loving, caring person. She can help you reintegrate. Take her energy of loving and nurturing and self-care, and we can go from the darkness and to the light when we do that. And I want to pull another oracle card because I'm digging these little cards, and I really don't care whether they match up that great or not. I really find that these cards work so well. So what advice for taking off our mask and being who we really are? What advice on self-love? What advice on being our own Hierophant and taking the energy of the Queen of Pentacles? All right, people. Wow. Jeez. Jesus. Be honest with yourself and act in alignment with who you are. Wow. Well, I think that says it all. So, I really don't. I mean, like, that says it all. I don't have anything else to add. There we have it. So, anyway, what a great message. Peace out, my guys. Let me know, subscribe to me if you're not subscribed, please. And thank you. And let me know in the comments if anything resonated. Peace out. Love you guys.